Hello everyone, welcome to Fablehaven Age of Wonders 4. It has been 1 week since the release of Eldritch Realms, and first Abomination Blint's mini-campaign to seize the heart of Magehaven. Look at him, acting like he owns the place. Which I guess technically for now he does. So it is time to begin the series that was voted on prior to the release of the DLC, and that is for Grand Empress Shek'zeer, the Ascendant of Fear. I did not expect her to win, but I'm quite happy she did. This is going to be a very, very interesting playthrough.
Destination.
Blint was all about the evil. Well, she's also going to be an evil character, but there's going to be a bit of light too, because she represents the Mantid. Now, there is a lot of Warcraft lore here on this character that I just pulled out of thin air, but the TLDR, ancient race, once served the old gods, went insane, but in this timeline, instead of going like full insane, she pulled it together and is now going to become a god herself. Here's the plan. We're playing on the Pandaria realm trait, landmass, which I didn't really want to play on another Pangaea, but that's okay. We're in Pandaria. It is basically a Pangaea if we, ignore the rest of the world. So, we're playing on Pangaea. There's going to be inclement traits, no inhabitants, and no presence traits, because we'll be focusing all on the new stuff. Look at that. So there will be, of course, the Umbral Abyss. The Mystics update also changed the logic behind creating Massive Underground, so we'll do a Massive Underground this time. And we have to play with Wondrous Past. I can't play without it. I love it so much. And I will include the Toll of Seasons. Now, in the Blint mini campaign, the Toll of Seasons happened anyway, even though I didn't tinker with it. But, hey. Now it's going to, for sure. For realsies. How do we personify this realm being completely screwed over? I mean, it's not completely screwed over, just most, whatever, we'll go with that, it's fine. That'll do. And I was debating, because of course we're playing on brutal difficulty, and I was debating putting the world threat up to high. I was thinking about it, but it's such a pain, isn't it? So I think we're gonna leave everything normal, but I am gonna bring the happening intensity. This is the cosmic happenings. I'm gonna bring these back up to high. It was kind of fun to see them, interfere in my campaign and have some fun stuff occur afterwards. Score, is this 150 turns? It is. That's fine. We'll keep 150, yeah. Sure, put all that stuff there. All well and good.
Your journey.
Let's make our Grand Empress.
Starts here.
So, the Grand Empress leads the Mantid. The Mantid are insectoids. And this actually isn't that bad of a representation of what they look like. We are going to be going with... What are we going to be going with? I would like to try Adaptable. I think this is going to be very powerful moving forward. It makes it so non-hero units gain plus 20% experience, and of course experience was reworked. So I think Adaptable is going to be very useful. I'm also going to go with Arcane Focus, because we will be playing as the High Culture, who love their magical attacks. And I'm also going to go with Ceaseless Cacophony. Adjacent enemies without this trait have a 15% chance to fumble. I wonder, we're going to find out in this playthrough, hopefully, if this stacks with Misfortune. Now, Ceaseless Cacophony is introduced by the insectoids, but the Mantid are not really a hive mind, which is kind of the idea behind it. But they are a pseudo-hive mind. They communicate through song. We're playing as the High Culture because they are an ancient race, and so I thought high would be appropriate, and I haven't played this in ages, and I thought it'd be fun. They have higher city stability and knowledge income. Units are strengthened with Awakened, revealing their hidden potential. They gain additional alignment, and they have an alignment agenda. Now, the High Culture received no changes. In the patch, of course, the Mystic Culture received their new subcultures. The Dark Culture got a slight buff to Call the Weak. The Reavers got reworks on 2 of their units. But the High Culture is just the High Culture.
Society?
Just vibing. Just chilling. Now, as mentioned, we are an ancient race, and we are going to be evil. But it's not Umbral Disciple evil. We're actually playing without this time. So I'm going to have to get Umbral Flesh the old-fashioned way. Only one opponent is going to have Umbral Disciples. Do we go Scions of Evil? The thing is, we're not evil. We're selfish, but not evil. Do I even go Imperialist? No. That's ridiculous. I think we're gonna go Runesmith. I just love Runesmith. It's so good. And I'm probably gonna go... It was really fun having gifted casters. This last one's really not that important. Maybe Fabled Hunters. The Mantid are pretty rude. That's what we'll do.
Choose your first.
We'll go Fabled Hunters and Runesmiths. Fabled Hunters is really good when the Umbral Abyss is involved. And this is going to be a very zealous playthrough. I thought about doing... Technically, both Zeal and Faithful would apply to the Mantid. But we're going to lean all the way into Zeal and then mix in the new stuff with some meme-tastic decisions. I think that's going to be the best way to do this. Now we're going to start with Tome of Zeal because Tome of the Tentacle has text when you pick it up, as every tome does, and I haven't heard it yet, so we're going to get that a second tome. Don't you worry.
Ruler's origin.
Ah, and now comes the Eldritch Sovereign. Now the reason why Empress Shek'zeer even appeared in my mind as an option, by the way, here are some of the body types, is because of one of the body types. The moment I saw this, I went, yep, it's time. The Mantid come. So allow me to make her. And here is our Grand Empress Shek'zeer. Fear Ascendance. Grand Empress Shek'zeer leads the Mantid as their Empress, and in the actual lore, she becomes possessed by the Shah of Fear, which is a remnant of an old god, which they actually served long ago. And it drove her absolutely insane. And because she was going insane, the pseudo-hive mind Mantid who followed her also went insane. But in this timeline, she has absorbed the power of the Shah and has become this. Isn't she beautiful? There's no real, like, insectoid face, so I gave her this one, which looks kind of insectoid. And then, you know, she has a crown. A brokenish crown. But it's a crown nevertheless. Her people are all really cool. Whenever you're infected by the Shah, you have, like, this weird black and white glowing outline sometimes, or at certain parts of the body. So, look at that. We got a little yin and yang going.
What is your ruler's origin?
A little bit of yin and yang going.
Reveal
and it looks great.
Your journey.
So Grand Empress Shek'zeer, Fear Ascendance, leads the Mantid. And the Throne City of the Heart of Fear, I believe that was her raid. So, without further ado, let's hop into it. And here we are on the Pangea of Pandaria. I did go back and name the realm. Couldn't have that custom realm stuff going now, can we? So Shek'zeer has arrived, the Tome of Zeal. We have all of our stuff. Awaken Inner Radiance. Combat spell for Awakening, very useful. And Summon Zealot. Nice, we have our chaff right away. Right away. Our starting army. What if they can start with more units than before? Our starting army, we have the Sun Priest, our tier 2 support unit, which did receive a change a while ago. It now has the Twin Awakening, which is so useful for the micromanaging. We have 2 Dawn Defenders, our tier 1 Shaft Shielder unit, and Dusk Hunters, our tier 1 Archers. Nice, they're all level 1 as well. So I already have a full stack, which I'm not saying it concerns me, but I did do this right, yeah? Defaults. Off. Normal. Normal. Okay. Fair enough. I expect to start with like 4 units or something. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Where are we? This is a ginormous map. We are near the corner, though. I like that. I like that. There are a few underground characters. I don't remember how many. A few. We have our Artisan Workshop, which we'll start with, of course. And let's get popping. Oh, I didn't even mention this. I began with the Relic of Mind. This is my personal favorite. But this one makes it so we deal unblockable damage. It is physical damage, which isn't relevant, I suppose, if it's unblockable. And we also begin with the Delirium trait from the Eldritch Sovereign tree, which we can now learn another skill, and we are going to start with Eldritch Rituals, giving us 10 hit points and access to 2 rituals, which can give us draft or knowledge. And we use thralls to do that, which are a special currency only for the Eldritch Sovereigns gained from killing stuff. And by the by, we have one right now. We have our other ones. The Clairvoyance ones are the one you start with. Do I want to do this, or do I just wait for that? Let's Mesmerizing. This will make it so we recruit our scouts in a single turn. Since my last time playing, when I played Blint on the preview build, there has been a patch already, and several hotfixes. So I will leave a link to patch 1.1 down below. The biggest change is that... What is the biggest change? The biggest change is that there is now a way to apply Umbral Malady immunity to your entire culture, your entire faction. Because it kind of sucked in the late game, where if you had the Umbral Abyss active and there was gloom everywhere, and you had non-cultural units that obviously didn't benefit from... they didn't benefit from the flesh, the Umbral flesh. It would suck if they were out and about and dying. Pretty much. So, you know, you can now just apply it to your entire stack. And I believe they just added that to the Umbral Dwellings. So even if you have 100 disciples, you still want to befriend them. Now, the main thing about the main mechanic for this culture is Awakening. Every single unit type has a Dormant trait and an Awaken trait. You use spells and characters to awaken people, which gives them their active trait, and will give them, is it 2 spirit damage, I think? 3 spirit damage. Nice. And it will activate any dormant traits. Each different type of character has a different dormant traits. I believe it's defense for these guys. Yes, +1 defense, +2 resistance. Not bad. And I don't feel great about that, but we got to get rid of it. Now, what we could do, with Delirium, we can drive people insane. Insanity has been reworked. It's so much better now. It, See if I can hit this. Hey, I missed, but I killed, you know? Insanity will now make it so enemies focus their friends. So as you can see, they ran straight past me. Into that, the dog, a pretty good target. And a fun little trick we can do is we can make this character under our control using the Delirium we picked up from our talent. And because that was the last real unit, congratulations, battle is over. I forgot that combat summons just disappear. Yeah, they're combat summons. That's what they do. You love to see it. How is our economy doing? It's pretty weak. One of the things to definitely keep note of is that if you are playing with the Eldritch Sovereign, mana is going to be an issue. They do have an upkeep for mana, just like the dragons have an upkeep for gold. We have located the kind-hearted Hallowed Court. We're not so kind. We are very selfish. Our goal is to free the Mantid from the old gods, and to rule over everything, really. So Magistrate Valdemar Oraval of the Free City Hallowed Court greets you with some reverence. Salutations, Grand Empress Shek'zeer. Your reputation precedes you. It gives us hope to meet a Grand Empress who shares our belief. We look forward to learning from you, and we trust you respect Hallowed Court's territory and independence. Now, they're actually quite close to us, but they are of our culture. So we don't have to fight them. We could just do the good old Whispering Stone, let them grow, do their thing, and then absorb them later. We meet Duchess Deltania Taylor, the Frisidy Editon, who greets us with curiosity. Salutations, Grand Empress Shek'zeer, fear ascendant. Your reputation precedes you. We may not share your noble convictions, but we trust you will honor Editon's territory and independence. Now see, this is a problem. First of all, 6 already. Second of all, you are not Mantid. And we're going to have a problem with that. How did I find you? Are you here? See, we're gonna have to get rid of all the non-Mantids. As you approach the pastures, the bedraggled guards from Editon look up tiredly. Oh. Are you interested in this pastures, Grand Empress? I didn't realize this was part of their culture. The bannerman asked. Duchess Deltania Taylor demands it be patrolled, but we lack the resources to defend ourselves properly. We lost many good pink deep denizens to monsters already. She says it is our duty to follow orders, but why follow the orders of a duchess that has abandoned us? We have been abandoned by our duchess. We would happily work for anyone but it. Now, pretty much every event, like repeatable event, has a new Eldritch rite, and you can use your thralls for these rites, and sometimes it does cool stuff. For example, this one, they'll just run away. But, you know, lazy cats, your weakness makes you attack. Easy war. The first war begins. A little bit of a hint there to one of our opponents, but it's okay. Now we have found our first gateway to the Umbral Abyss. I believe we found our second one as well. Okay, they're close. Good to know. I might just set you off to auto-explore. I do like to manually control a lot of exploration until we find everybody. There are no sheep, huh? Oh, there's sheep right here. Nice. Perfect. Oh, food was sent. I'm like, why are we double expanding? Food was sent here. I see. I also made a little bit of a mistake here. But that's okay. Do I instantly go double farm? I shouldn't. I should play it safe. I should have made this a forester pro. Well, I don't know. Of course, one of the most important things is to boost your buildings. I have so much built up production, I could get a very easy tier 2. It's not boosted, which of course is the exact opposite of what I said, but look at that production. I think we make use of it, team. We have gained a new rank, and we got a thrall. Do we go for an early Phantasmal Ritual? Are we that greedy? I'm pretty greedy, team. Greed is good, till it's bad. This is my favorite ritual. The Phantasmal Ritual is used on the world map. It just gives it plus 10% magic damage, so even though we do physical damage, it is still magical. So this helps us out in combat, but the most important thing here is the Phantasmal Ritual, which deals percentage-based damage to a targeted army. And I think, you know what? I think we're going to put that in the pocket. I think that's what we're going to do. Now, we are going to be evil in, I don't want to say record time, but the near future. That's worth considering. I don't know if it's a good idea to instantly run down there. Here we are. The Duelist Dance. Now, of course, we cannot equip those things because we don't have feet. Oh, I'm going to get a Zealot going. I'm down to 5 mana. To be fair, right now, mana is not particularly important for us. As long as we're not negative. As long as we're not in the red, life is good. I'm a little concerned by the lag I'm getting, but, you know. C'est la vie. We might pacify, but not now. We'll bring the scout along. Oh boy. Provision, okay. How we doing? 4 turns. We'll undermine the wall. I could do Reckless Assaults. Let's see. That takes it a 3-turn project. Now, you know what we'll do? We'll just go 4 turns, and we will summon some Zealots. Which means we're going to need some mana. Inspiring Chant. That's good. So far, nothing here should be new or surprising. In fact, we're going to get a Shrine. I think. Tier 2 is great. That is, of course, our pacification, which I do want. In due time. I think I just keep pumping out scouts and putting them on auto-explore. We have a large map to explore, you know. Much to see. Much to do. One of the changes they made, besides the changes to the generation of the massive underground, is they made it so that underground characters will now actually count towards calculating the size of the map. Apparently they didn't do that before. And our first friend has been met. Hail, Grand Empress Shek'zeer, fair ascendant. Allow me to introduce myself. I am High King Varian Rin. Many Guardia make war. I aim to make peace. Good old Varian Rin. Warcraft was better when you yet lived. Varian Rin is the leader of the Alliance. Good old artifacting. But we are in Pandaria. Which means it's not the Alliance that's here. It's Operation Shield Wall. As a High King, Varian Rin led the Alliance's efforts to combat the Horde on Pandaria. While he originally focused on coordinating logistics from Stormwind, the fully unleashed corruption of Y'Shaarj has forced him to personally lead Operation Shield Wall to combat the true Horde and whatever other horrors lurk in this ancient land. This was actually a part of, I don't remember which patch it was. One of the patches in Mists of Pandaria, both the Alliance and the Horde, they had a base operations that was focused almost entirely on PvP in the Karasang Wilds. And Varian is here to put an end to the corruption of Y'Shaarj, which is the old god whose death created the Shah, whose power we are now borrowing. And there is someone in particular he's here to stop. But as mentioned, he leads the Operation Shield Wall. They are our Reaver culture representative. Now, I was really torn on what I wanted to do here. Feudal, I think, would make the most sense, but the Alliance has kind of gotten more technologically savvy, and they had, like, cannons and some machinations from the gnomes, so we're going with Reavers. Someone had to be a Reaver. He is also Fabled Hunters, and a chosen Uniter, which is quite interesting for the Reavers because that counteracts their weakness of not having a starting stone. They are athletic and keen-sighted. The athletic part was just, they're kind of bulky. And keen-sighted I gave it because I believe the Reavers, that's best for Reavers, I think. Like, no question. He is himself a chivalrous diplomat, an honorable ruler, the artifacting stop, who believes in justice and peace. He likes empires that have many alliances. He likes empires with good relations with free cities. He dislikes empires that break treaties. He dislikes empires that start wars. His strategy is to form alliances, never break treaties, explore, and expand. Now, Varian is not going to like us, and we don't like Varian. But if he wants to be friends, so be it. The Mantid are ancient. They know when to befriend and when to slay. Just note that as a rule of thumb, we will not befriend many people. And there's at least one opponent who I am banned from doing diplomacy with. But the Magistrate Valimar Orval of Hallowed Court approaches you to settle a territorial dispute. We of Heart of Fear are impressed by your rulership over our brethren Mantid, Grand Empress Shek'zeer, Fair Ascendant, although it now seems that we have a misunderstanding considering one of your possible territorial claims. He clears his throat. My city, Hallowed Court, is rapidly expanding. We need more space for our people. The area in question was claimed by us for that reason. We humbly request that you leave the forest near the Heart of Fear. So you're going to take my forest. Oh, thank you for disclosing which area I must claim. For my domain. That was an evil action. But, the Empress doesn't take shit from anybody. She decides everything in Mantid culture. Mostly. There's an asterisk there, but I haven't met the asterisk yet, so you're going to have to wait. We'll meet the asterisk eventually. I mean, we might even not meet him this episode. This map is freaking huge. Bounties are weird. I have mixed feelings on bounties. The system is really cool because you can kind of point the AI in a direction and be like, yo, go this way. And that's very neat. However, the AI focuses so hard on it. Basic seafaring, let's get into the water and start exploring. They focus so hard on your bounty that sometimes it feels like it does more harm than good. Looks like we have found the Alliance. Operation Shield Wall didn't have a tabard, so just went with the Alliance symbol. What do I want to do here? I wouldn't mind a gold node. I would not mind a gold node at all. You are mad. Well, I need a second farm to fix that, and I probably should have paid attention. That's okay. How's this going? Next turn, team. We could get a Zealot as further reinforcement for our efforts. We could also just grab Legion of Zeal. All today. Legion of Zeal, incredibly helpful. Incredibly useful. Incredibly great. Wasn't this 6 like 5 seconds ago? We are going to zap this army with the Phantasmal Ritual, reducing their HP and reducing their status resistance. So as of right now, the status resistance is not particularly helpful, but, you know, always a good thing. Let us march to battle. I mean, that was a pretty clean team. I think I accept that. We are going to migrate this to Mantid. We cannot tolerate the existence of other races in our empire. There is only the Mantid. And allow me to explain why. The Mantid are ancient creatures. They were created by the old... specifically Yasharaj, or just the old gods in general. And they act in their service. Of course, the old gods perished long ago, or were sealed away. No, same thing. This will give our culture to everything we have, which is really good. Or, you know, our dormancy. To non-culture units, you'll love to see it. And... magic stuff. I might sell that. We'll have to keep that in mind. And the Mantid see all other races, which are younger than them pretty much, as lesser creatures. They exist for the Mantid to break upon, to grow stronger. Chiefess Gita Thickskull of the Free City of Dawnspear greets you with flashing eyes, a big grin, and a proud stance. Strength and blood, glory to you, Shek'zeer, Ascendant. We tribal sharpbeaks of Dawnspear welcome you to these lands of strife. We look forward to seeing your strength on the battlefield. Well, I found my next target, I think. Now, they did have slaves that worked for them. We already have an invader from here. Okay. I think we want to go there as well. But, we'll see how much we... You know what? I'm going to cut this. Get around to that. I'm not going to pay for this guy. Because he is a pure mana upkeep, which is pretty expensive. Manipulative enchantment. And of course we have our Dread Empress. That would have been a cool name for her, huh? I don't believe I need to say... Oh. Now, one of the fun facts about... Sorry, oh, I just don't have enough movement. One of the fun facts about the Umbral Malady, which is why that unit's health turned red. By standing here in the gloom, we have Umbral Malady, reducing our vision range, making it so we cannot regenerate and we lose HP at the end of the turn. You cannot die to it, so that 1 HP guy can go explore that area and see if that is something we need to go investigate. The scout reports to you that she spotted a strange band of merchant tribal sharpbeaks in the wilderness. There was something off about these tribal sharpbeaks, the scout informs you. They swear that they are traders. However, I noticed they carried concealed weapons. The scout then leans in and whispers, these traders possess surprisingly few wares to trade, yet their mounts were sturdy and bred for battle. These traders proclaim that they will travel into your realm, the scout concludes. How will you welcome them? Of course, the only way the Mantid welcome intruders. With blood. Immediate suspicion tells me I want to go here. Now, the Umbral Abyss is all handmade, which has both a boon and a bane. The boon is that every territory is kind of handcrafted to... Every little island thing is handcrafted to kind of make sense and to help guide players in like a subtle way. I'm going to expand to get a farm here. We'll go here, sure. Which can get us our tavern. Boom, boom, boom. We want that as well. The downside is that if you play enough... We'll get a Spirion, sure. Oh, but then I need a hero first. If you play enough, the Umbral Abyss is going to start looking very similar. So, you know. Do I want ogres? Decent friendly units gain that. SPIs cost less. These aren't particularly grand passives. But we can take Gwendolyn the Philosopher. Because I can go into my crypt and sell the remains of that fool that dared oppose the Mantid Empire. And get the Radiant Orb of Summon Slaying. What is this? Ability to ignore zone of control. Oh, sure. Why not? What skills do you have? You have Magecraft 1. Fantastic. Come join your Empress. We can also... Ooh. Now, I don't think we can actually... I'm going to be really mad if that thing comes from the Umbral Abyss and stands on the city. I don't think it will. I have been threatened by Guildmaster Albert Bronzehelm. Some may consider you a god. I do not. I know your weaknesses. I know how to make even a Guardia bleed. Fear the power of Silverstrand. For your time has come. So be it. Well, the good news is the Hallowed Court's kind of like in between me and them, but they also probably won't come after me for a while. I would imagine. Well, that is unfortunate. I guess we're not going to find out what's over there. I actually know what's over there, in case you're curious. Shall I inform you? We don't have... Oh, we already have a Frostspire up. Okay, cool. We have a Conduit on a mana node. A Quarry. Oh, yeah, we don't have... Interesting. Okay. I think we're just going to take a long time to build the tavern then. That little... I believe... I could be mistaken, but I'm fairly certain... I'll spend 10 turns making an Awakener. Tell me I won't. I'm fairly certain that this little island thing has a Sanctuary outpost up here and a Wonder right here. And it's a Ruins. Fairly certain that's what we're looking at over there. So it is one that we could pursue. For now, I'm going to unite with Gwendolyn. Who is going... I suppose you can just stand here. Sure. Dormant enchantment has been researched. We'll get condemnation, sure. Gwendolyn, guide Edgerton to glory. We've gotten a very early Arcanium ore, which makes it so we can recruit units or hurry them faster. We do have a food shortage. Don't worry. We'll get that soon. I am now evil. What does the variant think of me now that I'm evil? He's indifferent. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty-dighty. Varian's son actually played a larger role in Mists of Pandaria than Varian himself did. But Varian was there, so, you know. Hold on. You have found the group of traitors that your scout described. Their leader steps forward. Why are you bothering us? We are but simple traitors who did nothing wrong. Her companions gather around her, their grim eyes fixed on you. Most of them have their hands underneath their robes as if they clutch something. Leave now, we will depart soon enough. The leader says mockingly, something is awry. What will you do? I suppose we drop one of these guys, right? Because we're gonna fight him. I told you. Ooh. Okay, we have a tier 3 unit here. I told you. None. But the Mantid will thrive. Oop. Now, one of the beautiful... Oh. I was going to say, one of the beautiful things about facing off against the Berserkers, or the Barbarians, is that their culture has very little resistance for things such as mind control and whatnot. You start with this. Nice. You love to see it. I'm just going to go straight away with the mending healing. Oh, I could have done both as a free action. Eh, whatever. Next turn we can do the AoE thing. Now the real question is, I think I have answered my own question. I was going to ask, do I make this guy insane? And I think the answer is yes. 66% chance? Ooh. Big F. Nothing happens if this is resisted, is it? No, okay. I'm not sure what I'm thinking of, but there's something where if you fail... It's not the end of the worlds. Okay. Just eat some shots, I guess. Oh. Didn't need to move here. Okay. I really don't want to stand on that, but I really want to tie these archers up. Remember, that thing is a shock unit, so if we're standing in front of it, it's not doing a whole lot. Good shots, good shots. Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot they do distracted. There's the steadfast, which is all well and good. Yeah, you can still hit for 19. You healed as well. Are you Whiteborn? Oh, I think you are. I'm sorry, you what? Ah. So this bitch just summoned a Direcaster. Huh. Which is a tier 4 battle mage. How did you do this? Unbelievable. Okay, well. That is very impressive. And I am concerned. Oh, whoops. The Direcaster gets more powerful whenever it attacks something that is isolated. So ideally, we never hit something, you know, we don't have a unit that's alone, like this guy. Sure, it'd be great if I could just even about this. I think this guy's dead. Yeah. Ooh, good fumbles. He is still dead, though? Still dead, though. Darn. I thought maybe I could save him. I could not. Oh. Nah, whatever. I was gonna say I could... If I could leave him alive, then, I could just mind control him. Call it a day. This thing is disappearing next turn. Well, that sucks. So much we're doing better than the AI. Oh. It's fine. If only I had Condemn. We could zap that. Umbran Exile. That is a free action that curses me. Oop. But thankfully, it's not going to go off. Unfortunate. The true identity of the traders is revealed. They are spies sent by Dawnspear. Following your confrontation, you interrogate the leader of the group of spies. Kawa the Grand refuses to speak at first. Fortunately, some veterans in your entourage have keen methods to make people talk. Kawa the Grand breaks even before anyone lays a hand on her. We will spill Dawnspear's secret, cries the spy leader. Dawnspear's transgression demands a strong response. What will you do? Dawnspear. Where is Dawnspear? Oh, it's the one to the north, okay. That is a lot of draft. This proves we need to prioritize our defenses in the heart of fear. It's so much draft that I can just boost out a Daylight Spear. I can just boost out 2 Daylight Spears. I can still keep boosting stuff. Nice. The Daylight Spears are our tier 2 units, and they are okay. I wouldn't go praising them or anything, but they're okay. Gwendolyn the Philosopher. Do we start you as a support, or do I just go combat? Probably should start support stuff. Shek'zeer is level 4. And that means she gets to choose her first signature skill, and at level 4, it is kind of like a specialization, if you will. And this was the surprising part. All of the 3 characters in the poll were based off of these, and it was Mindbreaker that won. As mentioned, the Mantid are a pseudo hive mind race. They're not a real hive mind. They use song to influence their young specifically. And the voice of the Empress, well, first of all, that was a person, but also the Empress's voice is what, like, drives the Mantid Swarm. So we're going with Mindbreaker. This is the Shadow/Order one. Then it gives you Eldritch Truth, which is a 3 AP, always hits. Oh, nice. 6 action. Oh, wait, always hits because there's a 70% chance of the unit going mad until the end of combat. If unsuccessful, they become insane instead for 1 turn. This is absolutely insane. Madness is they go insane, and they take 5 physical damage each turn, but it's until the end of combat. I'm not sure if this can be cleansed. Somehow, it might be able to be. But, Eldritch Truth is one of the reasons why the Phantasmal Ritual reducing status resistance is very important. We also, speaking of status resistance, gain Eldritch Breach. This is the passive for Mindbreaker that just gives the ability to ignore 3 status resist all the time for everything. It's incredible. And on that note, Eldritch Influence. This is the governor type skill. It's not a governor skill, but it's a passive that affects your economy. So it's kind of like a governor skill. Gain +4 Imperium every turn. That's your just +4 income. And we also gain 15 world map and combat casting points. Did you have any? Oh, right, of course. Did you have anything good? My Emerald Demons now. That would have been a flawless dub if there was no Direcaster there. But hey. What if I get any more scouts? Can I make roads yet? No. We are going to need excavation for Diggy Dig. We're also very close to getting military engineering because of Runesmith. I love Runesmiths. So good. And now for our second tier 2 tome. We're going with the brand new tome, the Tome of the Tentacle. My reasons for this is because, first of all, it's new. Second of all, it's good. But lore reasons, the Shaw of Fear that possessed the Grand Empress, that of course in this timeline she has absorbed, is a fragment of the old god Yasharaj, who has many tentacles. Innumerable tentacles. Its tentacles all the way down.
Be inspired by the tentacle, and see how the limits of your flesh are mere self-imposed restrictions. Caress, hold, tighten your grip around your followers and adversaries. Enchant your people with the many-armed blessing so they too can spread your love. Be cradled in the tentacle's embrace, and realize that the only limit to your reach is your own imagination.
I bet they had a lot of fun writing that. That was so funny. Caress, hold, tighten your grip around your followers, which is very much what the Empress does. So all of these are pretty good. For us, the Constrictor's kind of just okay. We, of course, have our spear unit already, our tier 2 spear unit. We are one of the few cultures that just is kind of like whatever about the Constrictor. The only benefit would be that the Constrictor can pull, if, we cared. But Constricting Focus is very good for us, much like the Mystic culture, the High culture. Their tier 3 unit is the Awakener, which is a battle mage. So using supports units and battle mages to constrict stuff from mid-range could be life-saving. But of course, we're going to start with the Conjure Tentacle, because like I said, it's tentacles all the way down. You know what I could do? There we go. I can make a River Troll. Huh. You're not Ogre Friend, are you? Is this because... Wait, why can I recruit trolls here? Ah. We meet one of the meme characters. There's only 2 meme characters. So you are Grand Empress Shek'zeer, Fear Ascendant of the Mantid. I am not impressed. Tread carefully before I decide that your realm is actually worth conquering. Everyone say hello to Demon Prince Daniel Prideborn. This is a reference to Daniel from Total War Warhammer 3, who leads the Demons of Chaos. He is one of probably the worst campaign in the Immortal Empires. And there's a lot of contenders, so that says a lot. But he leads the Chaos Halflings. Daniel was once a demon prince and lord of Chaos Undivided, but the Chaos Gods grew tired of his repeated failures. After a terrible defeat at the hands of Be'lakor, the Chaos Gods stripped Daniel of their ruinous gifts and tossed him into the void to be forever lost. Lost he was, until a mysterious power whispered, "You should bow to no Tsar or God." Drawn by the voice, the Demon Prince has been reborn on Pandaria to carry out the will of the greatest Shah of them all. Pride. So there are 7 Shah. Well, okay. There are 7 Prime Shah. Basically, a Shah is any manifestation of negative emotion from the corpse of Yasharaj. But the Prime Shah are these big, scary things, and the Shah of Pride is the most powerful of them all. And it is the one Shah that was never sealed. It existed for this whole time, just hiding, waiting, patiently to strike. And now it has. So he leads the Chaos Halflings. Whenever there is a random Chaos character, it has to lead the Halflings, because the Halflings are the bane of my existence. They represent the dark culture, and they are scions of evil because they are evil incarnates, and ritual cannibals because how do you make them more evil? They eat people. They are cold-blooded, of course they are, strong, and tenacious. So as we eat away at their model count, they don't really get that much weaker. I have to tell the story, but I'll explain what he is first. And he is a demonic warlord. This is because he's a demon prince. I hope no one is surprised there. He likes empires that break treaties. He likes empires that execute prisoners. He dislikes empires with vassals, and he dislikes empires that have many alliances. His strategy: he is driven by war. He will never surrender, and he seeks to exterminate and to expand. We'll be going to war soon enough, I'm sure. In Age of Wonders 3, the Halflings were awful. They had this passive trait called Lucky, where they just had a 10% chance to not take damage. Now, I've told this story before about how I hated that trait, and recently someone actually pointed out that they were balanced because they... Was it physical vulnerability and less HP or something? No. Not that button, this button. So, and yes, you're right. They were balanced. Numerically. But that doesn't change the fact that it feels bad. It feels really bad to have your attack just... You hear that sound, the light sound, the whoosh. Like, oh, my entire attack was ignored. How unfortunate. And now it's more talking, because this is a very important character. Another ruler in this realm. How many more can this realm take? Let us just agree to stay out of each other's way. Which is not what he would say at all. This is High Klaxiva Kor. He leads the Klaxi Mantid. When the Empress was insane, driven insane by the Shah of Fear, the Klaxi left her side to plot against her. The Klaxi served as the priests of Mantid society, communicating the will of the old gods they served, christening the paragons of their people, and overseeing the transfer of the crown from one empress to the next. When Grand Empress Shek'zeer fell under the influence of fear, the Klaxi isolated themselves from the other swarms and quietly prepared a coup. When she merged with the Shah of Fear and declared herself and her ken freed from the old gods, the Klaxi took up arms for an all-out crusade against her blasphemy. The Klaxi are actually one of the few friendly Mantids in the Warcraft. I say friendly with quotation marks, of course. They work together with the player to overthrow Grand Empress Shek'zeer and to basically cleanse the Mantid of the Shah infestation, with violence, of course. And eventually, they remind you very carefully that they are the servants of the old gods. So when the old gods return, or their influence returns, you do end up fighting the Klaxi, which is a fun little twist, you know? They are high culture just like us, so this is a mirror match. I typically don't like mirror matches, but the Klaxi are very important to the story, and they are the one character that I'm not allowed to do any diplomacy with. High culture, they are keepers of knowledge. They were the priestly caste, of course. This is the new trait. I really want to play with this. It looks really good. This is insane. And Ancient Wise Ones. They are the only ones that have more authority than the Empress. And it's not really like authority they can act upon. It's just, you know, if something goes awry or if the Empress needs help, the Klaxi are the ones that she would go to. As the High Culture, I gave them the best of the best: arcane focus, sharp eyes, and keen-sighted. And the Klaxi are fanatic isolationists. They like empires without relationships with City. They like empires that trade grievances. They dislike empires that have many alliances, and they dislike empires with multiple races. So in a way, we're actually going to get along. But as mentioned, we can't be friends. Their strategy is to isolate. They're wary of treaties and like to exploit and they like to expand. Traitor! I sent a threat. Their throne city is Klaxivus. You can tell the Mantid language is complicated, can't you? By the way, Klaxiva, which is his title, well, I gave it High Klaxiva. But Klaxiva is like both a title and a descriptor and a role. So, you know. But Kor is the leader, so I gave him the High Klaxiva. Magistrate Valamar Orval of Hallowed Court interrupts your negotiations. I cannot pretend anymore. Why negotiate when I will be dead tomorrow? His voice trembles. I'm certain that pretenders to my throne are stirring up my people against me. They spread lies about my incompetence as a ruler, and now I am certain of it. They intend to make their move by taking my life. Assassins are after me. Do you desire to strengthen the bond between our houses? Then please keep me safe. 6 turns? The only reason that's acceptable is because we have Adderton. We should probably be renamed to something. Oh, hey, we'll call it this. Call it the Dread Waste. The Dread Waste is the zone where the Mantid are located. So it's a bit of an exaggeration. But it has an umbral gate right next to it. It's underground. It's dreaded. It all just kind of comes together. You would kill my archer. Of course you would. Now with the changes to experience, it is far more important to keep your units alive. So whenever you lose a really high-ranked unit, life can feel bad. So I may be doing more of these manually than I used to. We'll just see how it all pans out. You know? I may one day be willing to forsake my units if it annoys me. But you know what? I should see what the spears get, because I don't remember. That is a wild speaker, okay. What do you guys get when you wake up? +1 retaliation. No, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. Who would like to see the Eldritch truth? Madness. So again, just the idea behind the madness here is that through song, the Empress, through song and the power of fear, the Empress is driving them insane. That also works quite well with our cacophony. Let's see what Umbral Demon we summon. We got the Umbral Juggernaut, a tier 3 charge unit, shock unit. Now, the Umbral Charger does have a feature. Umbral Juggernaut, I'm sorry. It does have a feature, as most units do, where as it walks around, it leaves this trail of gunk. Because we are presently not Umbral fleshed up, we can't really walk through that without penalty. That's okay. I will use my Eldritch Mind Control to bring him under my influence. This is the character that's mad. Yeah. Kaboom. Look at that. I moved him right into position. So now all I have to do is kill this, and we'll be perfectly A-okay. Uno mas. Somebody. Thank you. Perfect. Easy game, easy life. Got the Life Drinker, 248 food. Life Drinker. Wand. Not bad. We can give you the one because you deal bonus magic damage. It all comes together. Does it not? There are 2 magical materials right here. You love to see it. The Heart of Fear can probably just expand this way, maybe? We'll find out. I'm not really using... I'm trying something new where I'm not using my Imperium to expand, and it's very difficult to resist. Typically, when there's just 18 requirement, I pop this button all the time. But I am resisting. However, I'm not resisting the urge to press that one. You need this. I'm going to put down a farm here, and I'll change it later. We need the food, though. Now, unfortunately, we are unstable. Because we do not have umbral flesh, life is a little more complicated than I would like it to be. It's alright. What do you want to do here? Empire skills available. It is tributaries. Not helpful at the moment. So military engineering was changed, and I think... I mean, I do want this, but I'm not sure we're going to get it now. Outposts cost less gold, which I believe is the same. But, oh, I should have had pacification. Shucks. But instead of getting a free work camp so you can instantly expand to 1 tile, founding and upgrading outposts takes -1 turn. Now, this is both better and worse, depending on the situation. You're mad at me, huh? I mean, if you want to die, that's cool. Chieftain Borat, Beastbreaker of the Free City Thorn, greets you with a wily smile. Where are you? You are to the north. Are you worth my time? I believe we have really found variance borders. So these guys are mad at me. They've been insulted, I think, because I took this city. So they're actually going down in allegiance, even with my Whispering Stone. Which is making me think that I should just go eat them. How much would you be to annex? I'm cool annexing you. And there's a very good reason why. I mean, we can leave this alone for now. I'd like to get in there, but... Boost that guy out. I have exactly 0 gold. Pretty rare for that to happen. The Heart of Fear can annex. What do I need? Quarry. Spells are ready to cast. We will cast the Dormant Enchantment. Right now, I don't think that's very beautiful, helpful. You think befriending a hallowed court will help secure your path to victory? No, I don't, actually. Because they're not very friendly right now. His capital city is the Forest of Decay. And he has the Tome of the Tentacle, because of course he does. He's a demon prince. Just running around, don't worry. One day we'll get the greatest ability in the game, Advanced Expeditions. We'll just hard build the storehouse here, sure. Dormant Enchantment is ready. As mentioned, we have nobody that this really can benefit right now. But we will. Oh, look at that. He already declared rivalry. Well, aren't you rich? I, however, don't have the funds for that. So you may be asking yourself, babe, if you're not allowed to diplomacy with the Klaxi, is there someone that you're allowed What question am I trying to ask? If you're not allowed to do diplomacy with the Klaxi, is there a character or a faction that you are inclined to do diplomacy stuff with? And the answer is no. Diplomacy. This is not a diplomatic playthrough. This is a supremacy playthrough, which is why Zeal is involved. Well, one of the reasons Zeal is involved. This is going to be the most Zeal-heavy playthrough I've done yet. I forgot about that change. It's such a good change. It used to be that what were the old rules? I think it was that the Sun Priest had a single target awaken, and then the Awakener, the tier 3 unit, was the one who had the big boy awaken. You're a spellcaster. You're a witch. I'm running it down. And then for heroes, you could get the basic awaken from the support skill, and then you could get mass or greater or dual awakening after that, which didn't really make a lot of sense. But Eldritch Truth, madness. Summon a demon. It is the Will Thief. Now I am playing with some mods. I'm not sure how much they are or are not affecting things. But you can find the full list of mods in the description down below if you are interested. There's actually already a new Age of Fashion mod where you get some of the customizations from the Constrictor and the Pyro Templar, who we will be seeing, by the way, in this particular playthrough. What were their names? The Mantid Swarm that was closest to the Empress uses spears, and that is going to be my excuse for using the Pyro Templar. That, and the whole Zeal thing. This is the most Zeal playthrough ever, because we, of course, are going to use the new Cleansing Flame. I definitely should have healed. That is definitely what I should have done. Oh well. What does this do again? For you? This usually give range. It still does. Okay, cool. You love to see it. Huh. What do here? I mean, sure. Kills are good. Secure your kills, and then I can condemn you to death. Take some shots. Of course. I feel like I've done more damage than... Look at that. They went straight for the enemy. I believe they made it out. They made it so that it used to be that you would get +1 range for the archers and for battle mages, and I think they removed it for battle mages. I think they changed it to something else, but I do not recall. The enemy flees. Let them flee. The craven jumps. Eagle mount. Cool. I debated using the eagle mount on something. I don't remember what, though. I have a hard time using mounts now, because you have to have a very specific plan. Shouting growth. Be pretty good. I think we want this in the late game for sure. This gives unlimited retaliations, hyper awareness, defensive masters to a unit, and I feel like for the Pyro Wardens, that's just obscene. That's just asking for trouble. For the enemies. Gwendolyn has ranked up, and Gwendolyn is going to restore. Sure. What do we want to do here? Ah, of course. Eldritch Influence. We captured somebody. I like your staff. But just wait a minute. A Whispering Stone has returns. They also made it so... I thought in this panel it would show city stability. Oh. F. Here's the question. Do I give a stone to my own city, or do I try and just send it to somebody? I feel like you're gonna die. But I'll give this to you for now. Ah, of course. We meet the meme characters back to back. Yeah, what a shock. Hail, Grand Empress Shek'zeer, Fear Ascendant. Allow me to introduce myself. I am First Steward, Blint the Underking. Many Gordier make war. I am to make peace. Yes, Blinty Boy is back. Our feudal representative is here. This is the first feudal Blint, which means there is only one Blint variant remaining. The High Culture. But that's my turn right now. We're playing the High Culture. He leads the Pink Deep Denizens, who have long dwelled beneath the earth. Freed long ago from their arachnid masters, these Molken have accepted the Blint the Underking as their champion and steward, and he leads them in pursuit of peace. With the overflowing corruption of the Shah wreaking havoc upon the world, he and his noble goal of preservation face an insurmountable challenge. Yes, we have our first Blint that's actually chill. Our first chill Blint. Feudal representative with adept settlers and bannerlords. Was this changed? It makes us a Rally of Lieges occurs twice as often. I feel like this would be better now that Rally of Lieges is better. Also with the nearest free city revealed, and gains allegiance with them. So you can easily get a +1. Or, you know, a vassal, whatever you want to do with them. Underground adaptation, bulwark, and overwhelming tactics. I think these are his baseline traits. I don't remember. But he is a preserving diplomat. He's here to chill. He likes empires with good relations with free cities. He likes empires that do not start wars. He dislikes empires with a smaller domain, and he dislikes empires that break treaties. His strategy is to form alliances, to never break treaties, to explore, and to expand. He might actually like me. Unlikely, but possible. Elder Niley Lionsmane of the Free City Riverbed acknowledges your presence with a raised hand, her palm open. I have been watching you, Grand Empress Shek'zeer. You and your Mantid cross these lands as if you rule them. Oh, but soon I will. The Elder lowers her voice while her gaze intensifies. Be careful not to trespass. Our hunting grounds are vast and not always marked. The august Jinyu that accompany Niley tighten their grip on the spears. That is another hint towards a potential character. I'm going to laugh if that potential character is at war with them. That would be hilarious. It actually might not be a bad idea for me to try and give them, like, strategically, if we're talking strategy here, it might be a good idea for me to give them a stone. Because then I could, like, teleport over here, you know? In, like, the later game. You also have 2 Umbral Gates very close to you. So, good luck with that. Lore-wise, I wouldn't touch them with it. The only way I'm touching them is if I'm killing them. Oh. I'm not even going to do a siege project. You're not even worthy. Traitorous scum. That's the lore for this. The Klaxi won them over. Betrayer. Ooh, our forge gives us gold. Now, one of the main changes to... I want this. I think I need a farm. One of the changes to experience, or I suppose in addition to the changes to experience, is that they have changed how, or given an additional feature to blacksmiths. Of course, blacksmiths are the draft building, but now they also increase the recruitment rank of lower tier units. And if you go all the way in, if you go absolutely mental, which I don't know why you would, and you go to the smithing guild, maybe we should try that actually. That actually would make sense for our culture, wouldn't it? It would. It would. You get +4 rank to tier 1 units. It's actually kind of insane. Gwendolyn the Philosopher, your heroine, greets you with a warning. Courageous, Grand Empress Shek'zeer, fear ascendant, it has come to my attention that a dangerous Silver Knight is attacking travelers. This tyrannical warrior has declared himself the Sentinel of the Mana Node and stops anyone traveling through. Oh, a Sentinel of a Mana Node, huh? He issues you the challenge of defeating him in close combat. Supposedly, he is a formidable duelist. No one is able to best him. I would love to challenge this knight myself, given the opportunity. He is a liability, my Grand Empress. Eventually, some travelers visiting Mana Node will die, unless we stop him. I'd love to use the Eldritch right here, but... yeah, don't you know, team? Everyone just loves to visit that is a banner. Interesting. Everyone loves to visit Mana Node. Duh. We got a bathhouse in our capital city. You'll love to see it. We are still blocked here, which is incredibly annoying. Because the reason we're blocked is because of a quest with the guy that I'm about to kill. So speaking of, let's extract knowledge from his corpse. That sounds fun, doesn't it? My army is trespassing, but they will move this turn. I believe in the patch notes they also mentioned they removed the Umbral Abyss from the Scout Auto Explorer. And seeing how my scouts have avoided the Umbral Abyss thus far, I'm inclined to agree that they did. Oh, that's Koro. I was like, wait a minute. Stirring Stone Conjunction. The conjunction of the Materium Affinity world Eldless and the Astral Affinity world Eus was foretold. That prophecy is now fulfilled. Magical properties seep into rock and stone, making both more compliant and easier to manipulate. Rock and stone! However, the augmented stone cannot discern between chisel and battering ram. Masonry that was built to last now gladly yields to the striking sword, while builders benefit from the malleable stone, defensive structures suddenly easily crumble. Oh, this would have been nice. A time for building and breaking comes. Okay. It looks like we're going to have to manually explore some of our scouts. Here we go. Because I would like to go find an Umbral Dwelling. Oh, shit. Well, I found one. I hope I can see them. Just keep digging, constricting focuses and Tendril Labyrinth. Let's go. I love constricting focus, it's so good. It's so hard to hit, but you can actually make pretty good use of it, I think. Spend the money. Oh, you have 100% production. Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. We need to make use of that. Can I auto this? That'd be great. One archer died, one archer ran away. Thank you, AI. Now, part of what makes the Awakener... I believe they removed Dual Awakening, right? No. Oh, they gave them the single... Okay, so they switched places. So the Sun Priest has the Dual Awakening. And this character has the single target one. Okay. Fair enough. But what makes the... You awakened yourself. You weren't supposed to do that. What makes the Awakener so good is this. They have a 3 AP ability. It is a 1 hex radius. That is literally just an explosion of doom. Fumbled. Why do we fumble? What is wrong with you? Oh, Visions of Woe. Okay. What are the chances I can inflict madness on this guy? He resisted it, so he went insane. Fair enough. What happens to you when you wake up? Not you. When you're awake, you have a super chance to inflict distracted. That used to be plus on range. It was way better then. Everything used to be. Telling my father, I have an Umbral Mistress. Okay, sure. Okay. So this is a tier 4 mythic unit that we will be seeing much later in our campaign. And she enchains the mind of a single target, which then allows her to use these different buttons on them. And I'm good with 3 turns of Insanity. Now, she also has an attack here. It has a relatively low hit chance, I think. But it has a 100% guarantee attack rate. It is guaranteed to hit the target that she is enchained. Yeah, that's a better way to say it. Oh, look at that. Dual Insanity. So this character has a Mage Lock, and I actually think Mage Locks are very good now. I was not a fan, personally, of the Mage Lock. Both the weapon from a... from a crafting? From a crafting, huh? Both of the weapon the heroes got and the... Why'd this go away? Kaboom. Die. And the Mage Lock unit themselves. Both have been changed. Now, instead of this being a 3 AP action, it is a 1 AP action. So you can still move and shoot, but the accuracy is dramatically reduced. It has a 60% baseline accuracy. However, if you don't have to move, you can use Take Aim, which is a 3 AP leave 1 AP ability that gives plus 80% accuracy to your next attack this turn. It's worded very specifically for an important reason. So, if you don't have to move, your next attack has a 140% accuracy. It's kind of insane. The reason it's worded so carefully is because this is now useful for killing momentum. Killing momentum used to be wasted on a character that had a Mage Lock. And now, you at least can, you know, rip a shot. But you can't take aim and then get 240% accuracy attacks. That'd be insane. Which is why it's worded so carefully. The more you know. Anyway, that was a lot of words for me to just say, I like the new Mage Lock. I think it's good. That's a lot of words. Too bad I ain't reading them. Look at that. He's almost completely shattered. You'll have to see it. I love the Umbral Mistress. We'll have plenty of them in due time. Look, bub. I wasn't going to kill you. I was just going to let you do your thing and then peacefully annex you, but no. You had to change your mind. And we had to fight. Now the question is, do I have to stand here? I think if we're being specific, the answer is no. So the mana thing. I love mana. And then 1 turn Wizard Tower, sure. I am... I'd like to get some zealots. I'd love your gun as well. You know, I technically could bring him back from the dead in 4 turns. And just have him as my unit. So we have 8 turns of 100% production. I have to remember that's a thing. I'm also neutral again. Don't worry, I'll be evil very soon. Very soon. I haven't done a campaign yet on very large. So we're, of course, on the very large map size. 9 players is as big as it's going to get without using the massive map mod. Which I think has some pretty bad lag issues. But I don't know how big the Umbral Abyss gets. This is the new Sanctuary Outpost. I would love to build this. Unfortunately, need a hero here. And we are very far away. Okay, I see. This is a great spot. Unfortunately, I'm very isolated. I don't think I have to stay here because there's nothing really for... I mean, these guys might be able to walk over it, but I imagine they're just going to disappear. Let's head this way. I'm just going to believe that nothing's going to take it. That's how this works, right? This is an active Umbral Nest. Ooh, this is not a city. This is an Umbral Nest. Double Umbral Nest. Full Umbral Nest. Uh-oh. We can annex once again. And we shall... What are we annexing? We could use some foresters. Blint, the Under King, wishes to befriend the Mantids. The Mantid Empire is willing to have one friend. Guildmaster Joseph Copperhead of the Free City Gravelstrand addresses you with a professional formality. Ah, a new potential business partner. So we could try and sway him with the Eldritch Rite of Delirium. I don't particularly care. Where are you? Actually, you know what? I do kind of care. Where's my stone? It wouldn't be a bad idea to get a city over here. Looks like someone stood on a cartographer's tents. Good job. They also have an Umbral gate right next to their doorstep. Now, it doesn't really matter. Oh. Hey. Sometimes fate puts adversaries in our way to test our resolve. I hope for all of our sakes that you are no such adversary. You say that when you have minus 735 relations. So, yeah. This is... Wait, no, your title changed. Oh, no. How did the title change? This is the Celestial of Wisdom. The Jade Dragon Yulon. She looks nothing like Yulon, but I can't... This is as close as I could get. There's no wing option for the dragons, unfortunately. But she is one of the 4 August Celestials, and she leads the August Jinyu. Yulon is one of the 4 living legends of Pandaria known as the August Celestials. Her role has always been one of guidance, and the hope she once shared shattered the shackles of slavery that enchained the many races of Pandaria to the Mogu Empire. As the influence of the Shah grows ever greater, Yulon has appeared once more to light the way against the consuming darkness. So the August Celestials aren't really aligned with any one race on Pandaria. The one they're closest to is the Pandaren, but of course I can't really make panda people at the moment. Perhaps one day. So I used the new Sirens to mimic the Jinyu, which were like fish people. And the Sirens were inspired by aquatic stuff, so hey, I think it works out. She is our primal culture representative and of the Mire Crocodile. I wanted to do Spirit Wolf. That makes more sense slightly. But Mire Crocodile starts them in the swamp, which is, you know, where the Jinyu live. And their nature, it works out. They are ancient wise ones. The Jinyu are quite ancient. There even was like a Jinyu empire, sort of. Not for long, but there was one. And they are relentless crusaders. This is more influenced by Yu'lon, who really won't stand for any evil shenaniganry. The August Jinyu are empowered by magic. I let them keep that. Herbivores and cold-blooded. They're fish people. Currently, that animal kinship. Interesting. Yu'lon is a harmonious sage. She likes empires that have many alliances. She likes empires that trade grievances. She dislikes empires that have defeated other empires, and she dislikes empires that execute prisoners. Her strategy is that she favors treaties. All war must be justified, and she likes to explore and to expand. She feels threatened, as she should. Send her a threat. Well, that was a small little island. Unfortunately, as cool as this is, I'm pretty sure this is a dead end. Actually, I'm not sure. But there's something in the way, so we may never know. If I could get over here, that'd be fun. Well, I'm glad the Umbral Nest isn't attacking me right now. Is this double Umbral Nest? Oh my goodness. Everything is awful in the Umbral Abyss. Okay, well. I mean, this is a food pickup. I probably should have picked it up. This is the guy guarding the mana node. It was a war breed. We killed him. When the war breed is defeated, he falls to the ground, dead, but then rises again. The wailing phantasm warriors disappear. Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle shall be legend. Wait, it already happened. The Silver Knight declares, I salute you. Songs will be sung of your victory today. The war breed flinches. Nevertheless, I issue this warning. When I am permitted to return one day, I will seek retribution. The Silver Knight clenches his sword's hilt. I will now leave this realm. Select one of my armaments as your keepsake. Today's victory brings glory to the empire of Grand Empress Shek'zeer, Fear Ascendant. Just before the Silver Knight explodes into stars, you claim the knights. What shall we claim? I think it's going to be the Helm of the Warrior. Yep. We can't use this right now, but it is one of the best helmets in the game, I think. Big fan of it. Hello? Any evil dwellings that would like to talk? Now, something worth mentioning is... Well, first of all, this is glowing, but you cannot expand into the Umbral Abyss. So, you know, don't get your hopes up. Which, of course, completely erased my train of thought. I had a train of thought. I was going to say something I'm sure that was great and clever and summon stuff. Summoning is great. Manifest Tentacle. She has 3 summons right now. If I get Manifest Tentacle, it's pretty impressive. Do I actually want to go for career soldiers? I wouldn't mind another city soon. I mean, we're being real. I'm expanding there quite swiftly. I'm making up for my mistakes in the Blint playthrough. And we're going to have Metropolitan Society as well. Because everything's touching the Heart of Fear. Well, we'll soon be touching the Heart of Fear. Need to clear this. We're in a safe battle. Barely. Looks like that expanded. Oh. Ah. He has arrived. A new pawn appears before me. You look like a god dear, but are you ready to face the likes of me? Everyone say hello to the main antagonist. There's no advantage in this playthrough, but if there was, this is the character to give it to. It is none other than Garrosh Hellscream. He has returned, but this time he looks a little different, doesn't he? Garrosh Hellscream leads the true Horde. And he is an Eldritch Sovereign just like me. When the Titans first arrived on Azeroth, they made the mistake of slaying the old god Yasharaj. His death wounded the world itself, forcing the Titans to seal away his kin and the final vestige of Yasharaj. Millennia later, Garrosh Hellscream would discover Yasharaj's dormant heart, feed it the divine waters of Pandaria, and become one with its terrible power. As the avatar of Yasharaj, it is hard to say who is now in control. The war chief of the true Horde, or the shadow of an old god. The final boss of Mists at Pandaria, the entire expansion, was Garrosh Hellscream, and he partially fused with the heart of Yasharaj in... It wasn't Mythic only, was it? The final phase? He basically becomes giant and purple with eyeballs all over him, and you fight him in like a vision of the future where he's conquered the world. So in this timeline, he's completely fused with the heart of Yasharaj and is an Eldritch Sovereign now. And he is also the only person with Umbral Disciples, because I figured he's the one who started all this shenanigans by merging with the heart of Yasharaj and unleashing the old god's wrath upon the world. So he deserves Umbral Disciples. Hopefully I don't regret that. Also Scions of Evil, and of course he is the barbarian representative. I let him keep that. The true Horde are only orcs, so it worked out for once. They are strong, resistant, and they have underground adaptation. The reason they have underground adaptation is because the True Horde's main base was under Orgrimmar in the... Oh no, I forgot what it's called. And of course it's not going to tell me what a city is. Maybe it will? What was that? Why am I over here? Well, anyway. Anywho. It's called the Under something, I think. Anyway. Just take my word for it. Oh, we bet him here because he has a sanctuary outpost. Oh. Am I on? I am. I thought this expanded already. It's a huge risk to go up here. But we do meet our first Umbral dwelling. I'm trying to remember how I said this. Manwa. That's what I'm going with. The gargantuan brood mistress Veli of the Umbral dwelling of Neurur ominously slinks from the shadows to address you with malicious intent. The Umbral Abyss houses many surprises and secrets, and the dwelling of the Umbral Thralls is one of them. Mundamanya, tries the brood mistress, but she then utters, "You. Here. Why?" A serendipitous glimmer in the dark betrays the presence of warriors in the shadows behind your host, ready to lunge forward at the first sign of weakness. Niwur is unmistakably a sinister lair. Nevertheless, pragmatic diplomacy produces unparalleled rewards. Can you afford the dire price of peace? Welcome to the new independent faction, the Umbral Dwellings. When you meet them, you are instantly at war, and you can vow to destroy them, which makes you permanently at war. You can never peace out. But you do get a lot of good boy points. We're, of course, not a good boy. A good lass. We're, in fact, a very evil lass. And to show that off, we're going to do diplomacy with them. No matter what you offer to them, it is an evil act. You can make a sacrifice of mana, gold, population, and if you are an Eldritch Sovereign, you can sacrifice thralls. Now, this Eldritch script is a 1-to-1 So what this means here is mine for yours. Make a sacrifice of thralls. I believe they're over here. Oh boy. So we're in the Umbral Abyss right now. And the reason why I said it's a risk is because unless we can find a Sanctuary Outpost over there, we are in trouble. Control Labyrinth is in. I do want Retaliating Ghost, but I think it's something we're going to come back for. Not something we need right now. Tendril Labyrinth cannot be boosted, so I'm going to put that in the pocket there. Just keep doing all the things. We're back to being evil as we should. We are truly evil. There are... So we have 6. So there's 2 characters we haven't met yet. And I totally know who they are. I remember every character I put in here. I am upset that Yu'lon's title changed, but at least it was just the title. Nothing else changed. So we don't really need to befriend more Umbral Dwellings. If we don't want to. Lion's Landing is where the Alliance stage their base of operations in Pandaria. That's why that's the name of his throne city. Duke Dalton de Grants of the Free City Ductus greets you with some suspicion. Really? It looks like Yu'lon is interested in befriending you. Okay. The pickups here in the Umbral Abyss are all very big. That might be an outpost. Actually, no, I don't think it is. And the Hallowed Courts is ours. Thankfully, the tavern is already boosted. We have 1 gold vein, 1 conduit, 1 quarry, 2 farms. We need a forester. Shadowcrow Companion is in, and now it is time for the Tier 2 tomes. And this is where the shenanigans begin. It's gonna be great. So, here at Tier 2, there are no new tomes, and there are plenty of options we could take. One of these will probably not surprise you. Just kidding. I was going to go Tome of Artificing. I was like, but Artisan Armaments is so good. Siege Magic is good for us. And it makes sense. The Mantid are very good at building stuff. They build stuff out of amber. But it's like reinforced multiple times over. So they actually could be played as a Materium type race. Which is why we do have some Materium. And I was planning on picking up the Tome of Artificing. What if I go Tome of Winds instead? Because there's a classic combo here I think everyone's going to enjoy.
High above the petty machinations of mortals lies the domain of the sky. Here, the winds flow wild and free, unfettered by the land below, uncaring, powerful. Those who manage to bend these winds to their will harness a truly powerful and liberating force. Foes are swept away, plucked from safety, and allies are buoyed, bolstered beyond their land-bound capabilities.
The Zephyr Archer is pretty good. It's hard to say if they're better than the Glade Runner, their other equivalent, but they're pretty good. I like them a lot. And we are going to lock them, 40 mana. But the classic Wombo combo. Seeker Arrows may have moved to Tome of Winds, but still combining Seeker Arrows with Awakened Archer thingy for +2 range is pretty good. Now, I'm not saying we're going to do an Archer build, but I'm saying it's an option. Now we can start recruiting. Oh my. We can start recruiting the Umbral Thralls. And, that's a pretty good one. Okay. So, there are... Did I leave Allied Victory turned on? I think I did. Ugh. That was a mistake. No Allied Victory. We're gonna decline. The Claxi are traitors. I don't know how much Allied Victory changes the AI behavior, though. I imagine it just makes them more willing to enter alliances, but... Okay. I'll just have to, you know, deal with it myself. Looks like Garrosh stole the easily achievable outpost here. There are not very many like that, I don't think. Most of the Sanctuary outposts come from slaying either the infestation. Oh, of course, I need to, right here is actually a really good one. So we're in a little bit of a weird spot here where I could die, which would suck. Okay, there's a way out here. Even though it's not highlighted. If I could find a Sanctuary outpost over there, I'd be in a very good spot. I'd be very happy, actually. We'll also get to the city. Or, excuse me, the Mage's Tower. I'm gonna be attacked here. It's gonna be unfortunate. This is the Umbral Nest. So I could just come here, bonk this, get a Sanctuary outpost. Yeah. Walked into that. I already forgot about that. I don't believe this little island has an outpost on it. Where are we? This brings us to the other side of the world. Oh, great. That's where I want to be. And thus, the dangers of exploring the Abyss are quite apparent, I think. Wonder where you're gonna go. Someone actually recommended, oh, I think you're dead. Playing with, I don't remember what it's called. The realm trait that makes it so people like to have peace. Well, not like to, but you know, they enforce treaty, enforce truce. It just makes it so grievances are less effective. To give you time to explore the wonders of the world. The wonders and horrors. I'll put down a research post. Am I along until the production goes away? I have 2 turns, okay. I want to make sure I get the most out of this. So I want you to build the... I don't need to queue this up. Queuing up is a trap. Don't do it unless you're filthy rich. New price skills available. We have Exemplar. There's Forced March. I don't want Forced March. Garrosh has declared rivalry. We saw that coming. Yulon declared rivalry. No wars yet, but I think the only friend we're going to have is Blint. I think so. Now, the Eldritch Sovereign is immune to the umbral malady of the gloom. Of the Abyss. Because, of course, they are from the Abyss. But This is all draft? I think it is. Yeah. That's not. That's a Tormented Soul. With a Numberal Mistress on it. Oh boy. Typically speaking, when a gate leads to another gate, there is not much you can do about that. Oh, is this Garrosh? Oh, that's why Garrosh got a Sanctuary Outpost already. Okay. That makes sense to me. You know what that means, team? That means I need to actually go get my Sanctuary Outposts. And we have found another person. So you are the inconsiderate Grand Empress Shek'zeer Fear Ascendant. I am Queen-Regent Moira Tharason. Many Guardia make war. I aim to make peace, even with the likes of you. So Moira is our industrious culture representative. And I was really torn on who... I couldn't think of who of an industrious person, an industrious character to add, and then it came to me. It was perfect. As heir to the throne of Ironforge, regent of the once forsaken Dark Iron clan, and powerful priest in her own right, Queen-Regent Moira Tharason is in a unique position to upend the balance of power within the Alliance. To prove that she is willing to cooperate, she has ventured to Pandaria alongside High King Varian Rin to continue their joint operation eradicating the threats facing Ironforge, Stormwind, and the Alliance as a whole. Moira played a pretty small part in the Mists of Pandaria, well, dwarves in general did, but she was there. There was an event with Varian where they killed a bunch of Frostmane trolls outside of Ironforge, and she was the only dwarf council person to show up, so it was a big deal. And then she showed up at the very end during the Siege of Orgrimmar to take Garrosh, and I think she was there for Garrosh's trial as well in the book. But anyway, Moira's cool. She's actually one of Warcraft's more complex characters, because she's both good and not so good. The Dark Iron Dwarves are very evil, but she's kind of like brought them back. And of course, adventurers helped by killing Ragnaros. Anyway, she's our industrious culture representative. She's a runesmith just like me, and a chosen uniter like a Varian. She's a ruler after all. Her dwarf kin are resistant, strong, and cold-blooded. This isn't about the history of the Dark Iron Dwarves, because that'd be a long story. But she herself is a revolutionary diplomat. She likes empires with multiple races, she likes empires with vassals, she dislikes empires with a larger domain, and she dislikes empires that trade their grievances. Her strategy is to form alliances, never break treaties, and to explore, and to expand. Thought this would explain for a second. We probably won't be friends, but you never know. It looks like she has built a sanctuary outpost on top of that Gloomgate, which is making me jealous. Yeah, I was in a prison, wasn't I? Should I build this? Sure. You can annex father. And so you shall. Research is important. Oh hey, combat casting. We don't really need that right now. Should be known that core is crossed you. Great. I have been pondering the many allies in our realm. Very well, Under King. We shall be friends. We have met another. Oh boy. We've also met this person. Oh, you are interesting. You are a vassal of Core. I'm so broke. We're gonna have to start building another army team. The game pro? Oh no, we're good. We're good. It thought about freezing. Made me think that I met the final character. 2, 4. Yeah, there's just one left. There's just one left. Save the best for last. As the stirring stone conjunction nears its end, stone and earth are magically stirred from their slumber and begin to move. From within city walls, stone spirits are trying to break free. Binding these spirits to your service is easily achieved, but their release will cause the obliteration of the stone walls that birthed them. Will you welcome these stone-faced allies, or shall you bind them within your walls? Oh. Yeah, sure. Stone spirits are worth more to me than walls. That's 3 stone. That's 3 tier 3 units. And they're pretty good ones, too. Yep. That's pretty good. The Mantid didn't have too many creatures like this, but they did have some. So, no. C'est la vie. I really hope there's something over here. Great. I don't think there is. And you're just stuck now. Or I might just dismiss this character. Okay. Secret Arrows is in. Let's get the Zephyr Archer. The Dread Waste can make me money. The Heart of Fear can make me money. Can you build the prison cells? Eh. Negotiating has begun. This is Blinty Boy. Rivalry, message received. We may not be so different after all. Great. Yeah, I need to go back and clear that. But this is a trap I fall into often in the Umbral Abyss. Where... Wait, where is this? Oh. Oh, good. Great. Yeah. Get me the fuck out of here. No. But basically the trap that I fall into is... It's hard to tell where you're going in the Umbral Abyss. And when you're, like, withering away, like we are, you never know what you know. You know? You never know. Do you keep going? Do you not keep going? Do you think you'll find penance and safety and love somewhere? Or do you think you'll misclick and just start walking? It's a difficult choice, Tim. Thankfully, there's no magic involved here, so it's just a do my best not to die situation. That was the one time I would not have minded a... Fire Elemental. Okay. Yeet. I need to pick up a phase. A lot of the Eldritch Sovereign's stuff is 3 AP, and the free action teleport lets you kind of like move, reposition to get in range of your shenanigans. If, for example, I can get a mind control, just kidding. I say get a mind control and then this will be over in a second, but that is not the case. You do not get a mind control. This will not be over in a second. will be over in a minute when I decide it is. I delirium that guy for the resistances, which I run. No, okay, we're fine. Okay. We're fine, we're chilling. Okay, I'm gonna leave. Get people following us. Hopefully. There's something on that Tormented Souls. Probably. Most likely. We are broke. Yulon is spreading out well. Give me Bathhouse. Give me an Academy. It's 5 turns. Ugh. It sure was nice, you know? You have a gold vein. Oh. That's unfortunate. Do you want a quarry? Of course you do. Shek'zeer. There's the Eldritch phase. Give it to me. Summon Zealot is ready. We're not going to summon them into the void here. We are going to summon them here. And I want you guys to take out that. We'll get a hero soon. I need to save my money. Speaking of saving money, we'll get Master Masons. Which I don't know if that refunded anything. Maybe it did. We have a pact of cooperation with you guys. Ooh. Sure. Give me a Silver Tongue. Which will make you like me faster. Good. A diplomatic approach will assure victory. Everyone's mad. Mad or happy that Dawnspear is becoming my friend. We can go Enchanted Crow Companion. That just gives vision range to our scouts, who are scouting stuff. I know, our scouts are scouting. What a shock. Is that a Spirit Wolf? It sure is. See, this is why I didn't put the World Threat on high. They're already threatening me with stuff. We've seen an Umbral Mistress. We've seen a Spirit Wolf. The world is frightening enough. And finally, we're out of the abyss. I'm going to send this guy that way. As 1 HP guy's going to go looking around. Oh. Okay, I'm just going to go sit in the city then. We'll think about our choices. And we'll, get a farm. Look at that. Let's go tier 3, yeah. Eventually. Not yet. We're building an academy still. I should really save this money and get another hero. That's what I should do. That's what I will do. Well, there's one character we haven't met yet. And, I guess that'll be the secret for next time, huh? Whoa. War between Yulon and Moira Thorison. The Dark Iron Dwarves may be here to face off against the threats against the Alliance, but, she's not going to take any sass from an oversized lizard either. Respect, honestly. You're anchoring me, Shek'zeer, Fear Ascendant. I'm warning you, if you keep going like this, I will see an end to your reign. Oh. Interesting. He has fabricated this. We can try and fabricate a grievance as well. But I have a feeling he's just going to declare on me. But the good news is if he declares on me, he declares on someone else as well. Although Blint is really far away. So, Hard to say if that will be a big deal. Perhaps we'll go to war with the Alliance straight away. But that's all to determine next time. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed and that you're excited for this brand new series with Shek'zeer. Thank you to the patrons and the channel members who support the channel. I greatly appreciate you. If you'd like to stay behind the channel, feel free to join the Discord description down below. And I will see you next time.